We're pleased to see everyone here. We do have a couple of quick public hearings at the beginning, but I presume these are going to go pretty quickly, so I'm going to go through these and we'll get into our regular meeting. The first public hearing we're having is a public hearing on a request to rezone property located at 116 East Warren Street, Coffee County, tax map 124N, Group G, from I-1 to C3. Is there anyone here this evening that wishes to speak to this rezoning part of the public hearing? Seeing none, we'll close that public hearing and move to the second one. A public hearing on a request to rezone property located at 1002 Southwest Atlantic Street, Coffee County, from C2 to C3. Is there anyone here to speak to that public zoning request? All right, we'll close both those public sessions. I'm sorry, did we have one?
No, not unless you have questions.
Okay, now I don't have a question. We just,
That's what I'm trying to get at.
yeah, okay. So with that, we'll call the regular meeting to order, and we'll have the invocation from Reverend Nutter. Stand, please.
Thank you, Mayor. Let's bow our heads in prayer. Well, Lord God, we look to you this night and ask your blessings upon our meeting. We ask that you would guide our words, our actions, and that you would take charge of our ears to hear one another, and also to give us hearts of understanding as we serve you and as we serve this great community. We ask this in Jesus' name. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So our next item on the agenda is our roll call, which we've done electronically, and all 7 members are present. Certificates and commendations. So we're going to start out this evening with certificate of recognition for the Tullahoma High School boys basketball team, which were the Class 3A state runner-up this year. And finally, a photo I don't have to stand in the back of. But I think we're going to have everybody get up here up front. So we can get everybody the photo. You guys. Wow.
Yes, so if y'all kind of center yourselves there and in the dais, and then once everybody gets in there, we'll start moving people around.
Here somewhere? Or team captain. You guys are right. All right, so we'll get back here. Hey.
And you can stand up on the steps to get up in the back. So maybe like I see him.
You're up on the steps.
And I can fit everybody in. All right, so if you can't see me, I can't see you, so make sure you get where the camera can see you. All right, everybody look this way. 1, 2, 3. Let me do a couple more, just to make sure everyone's eyes are open. 1, 2, 3. Last one. 1, 2, and 3. Got it.
It's unbelievable to me that in the last 4.5, 5 years, I've been to 3 straight state championship games from Tullahoma High School and 3 different sports. It's just unbelievable. My little high school in Missouri went to 1 state championship, and that was like the event of the century. Are there any coaches and captains want to say a few words?
Hey, I just, thank you guys for having us here today. And, we get so much support from Tullahoma. You got to think, John Oliver's here, the athletic director, who's been the athletic director for all those state championships that we've gone to. And thank Jason Quick for contacting me, give you a chance to be here tonight. Jason couldn't be here tonight, he's in the hospital tonight, so prayers for his recovery there. And, again, blessed to live in Tullahoma, really thankful for all the things. And, there was September 12th, I had triple bypass surgery, and these guys helped me recover very well. And, I was blessed enough to live in this community. I had a great doctor, and I got a great cardiologist, Dr. Booth, here in town, and everybody took care of me, and just a blessed place to be, and thrilled to be here, and thank you guys for having us.
Thank you.
Is that your phone, Coach? No, I gave it to him.
So our next group of recognitions is for the Miss Tullahoma pageant winners. So we have, do we have everybody? We've got 4, right? We have 3 here. Okay, so we'll give that just a moment. And let me carry this list through with me so I can read names. Y'all come on up here running these steps. While you're waiting for your 4th, do you want to say a few words about that? How many entries you had and all that sort of thing?
Oh, well, we had a great turnout this year, and this was our first year having the Young Miss Division, so that K through 12 can all be included in the pageant. And so it was a great turnout and very exciting. And I just want to thank all of you for your support in the scholarship program.
Thank you. So we're waiting on somebody?
I didn't see anyone out there. Okay.
So who are we going to say we're missing? Junior Miss? Okay. So that's Miss Macy report, and we'll catch up with her later for her certificate. But we have with us here Miss Tullahoma Kaylin Macy, is that right? All right. Young Miss Tullahoma Josie Roberts, and Little Miss Tullahoma Meredith Mays. Did I say your name right? All right, so we got certificates. 3 of you. That's the one. Yes. Thank you. It's going to break the other arm. All right.
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. You get 1 more. 1, 2. Any parents want to go?
Yeah, they're very close to Gotta be at least one. Do you have anything to say to Tullahoma?
I'm just so grateful for this opportunity to be here. You really sent us to home, and I couldn't be more grateful.
Thank you for that. Thank you all so much for coming this evening. All right, comments from citizens. So we had a number of people sign up for comments from citizens that I think are here representing our nonprofits. So we'll have a whole work session after this main meeting is over for the nonprofits. So the nonprofits don't have to speak right now. But let's see, I had, what is that? Brian Kemp? So is there a Brian Kemp that had the public comment? Oh, so you were signed up for the public? Yeah, see, okay. So nothing there. Edward, is it Edward Henry? You going to come speak about FBLA? All right, come on, come ahead. Give your name and address, please.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Edward Henry, and I reside at 107 Ashley Court.
Thank you.
Dear Mayor Seaborn and honorable board members, sorry. My name is Edward Henry, and I'm here on behalf of FBLA, Future Business Leaders of America. I'm the Vice President of the Tullahoma High School FBLA chapter and State Webmaster for Tennessee FBLA. We attended the State Leadership Conference last week in Chattanooga. This conference hosted over 2,000 FBLA members from across the state. 12 individuals from the Tullahoma High School chapter and 16 members from the West Middle School FBLA chapter qualified to attend the National Leadership Conference in Anaheim, California this summer. This prestigious conference brings together thousands of students from across the country and world to develop leadership skills, compete in business-related events, and network with industry professionals. Having attended this conference 3 times and placing on the national stage 2 times, I can attest that this conference is very beneficial. Members that attend this conference not only can enhance their personal growth, but also reflect positively on our community by showcasing the talent and dedication of its students. However, the costs associated with travel, lodging, and registration present a financial strain to some members. Registration to this conference itself is around $200. Flights are priced around $500, and hotels are priced around $600. I am seeking a sponsorship or grant to help cover these expenses. Your investment in this city's education and leadership development would be deeply appreciated and would contribute to the success of many individuals. I would be honored to discuss this opportunity further and can provide additional details upon request. Thank you for considering my request and for your continued commitment to the youth of Tullahoma. I look forward to the possibility of making our community proud at the national level. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, sir. And I'll be glad to talk to you about that sometime. Any other public comments? No, I think that was the last one. So with that, we'll move into reports from the Aldermen. I think I'll start here with Mr. Toma.
I want to thank the Chamber of Commerce. I had an opportunity to attend the Taste of Tullahoma, and it was very well attended. I definitely can gauge it to my granddaughter, who enjoyed every bit of it, all the food and all the bubbles that were turned out. But it was a great event, and I appreciate not only the chamber, but the people who participated. The other thing I just want to remind people, I'm fortunate enough to serve on the Tullahoma Utility Authority Board, and as I sat in my storm shelter, quote, bottom garage, I was appreciative of the fact that I knew that the TUA people would be out if we lost power. And that's a major event, and we'll probably be seeing more storms as we go on. But think of them, because they're out there weathering in that stuff. Well, hopefully we were all safe and bunkered down. Thank you.
Mr. Quick?
I have nothing to report tonight.
Mr. Matt? Okay.
I had the opportunity to have lunch at Dameron's with our police department. They were there taking up money and taking donations for the Special Olympics. And I think they took somewhere in the neighborhood of over $3,000. They did an outstanding job, and they were there working. And so if you say that's all they do is police, nah, they're waiters too. But I enjoyed that, so kudos to them.
Thank you. Ms. McGee.
Hi, thank you, Mr. Mayor. I have several things to report on tonight. I did have the opportunity to participate in the mock interviews during the career day at Tullahoma High School, which I was very impressed with a lot of these students that came through for these mock interviews. I also attended the Vietnam Veterans Memorial Program. I attended Cal Ripken, the opening ceremony, and I want to give a shout out to Stephanie Kimbrough for bringing the Bambino Buddy Ball to the Cal Ripken League in Tullahoma this year for the first time. And if you're not familiar with the Bambino Buddy Ball, it's for kids to participate with other kids, but these kids have special needs, and so they have a buddy that will accompany them while they're able to participate playing sports with other kids. Also, I went to the soft opening of the ceremony for Johnson Lane, the new concession stand in the bathrooms. Very nice. I want to give a shout out to Tullahoma Animal Control. We received a sympathy card, my family and myself, sympathy card for the loss of our dog. So thank you so much for that. Also, I helped with Tullahoma Parks and Recreation, their egg hunt this past weekend, which was a huge success. The kids really enjoyed themselves. And also this Saturday, myself along with South Jackson Performing Arts Center will have our 4th annual egg hunt beginning at 1 o'clock this Saturday at South Jackson. So we're asking everyone to come out for that. And then I would like to give a shout out to a couple of the Tullahoma High School students who have they have perfect scores on their ACT, which is a score of 36. Their names are Seth Vaughn and Kaylee Williams. They're seniors. And then the junior that scored a perfect score is Sadler Duncan. So I just want to give kudos to them for doing a good job on their ACT. And I think that's it. Thank you.
Ms. Wilson.
Thanks, Mayor. I have no report, but I did want to wish everyone a very happy Easter this coming weekend.
Ms. Bird.
Thank you. I wanted to echo what Bush said. The Taste of Tullahoma, that was an incredible event and a huge turnout. I was also able to attend Piping on the Green. It was a very windy day, but that was a fun event. It's something I look forward to every year. Also, I was able to speak with Franklin before the meeting about the FBLA. They're going to be holding a few fundraisers. One of those is May 9th at West Middle School. They're going to be holding a trivia night and taco bar because overall the cost, if all the students decide to go, will be just under $50,000 is the estimate. So they need help raising that. And then TAEDC, the last meeting we had a presentation on the upcoming TIF for the Summerlin development. And that should be coming to the board soon, and it's something that I'm looking forward to seeing. Thank you.
Thank you. For my report, couple of things. I attended Taste of Tullahoma and Piping on the Green as well. Always enjoy Piping on the Green. Always enjoy both those events. Fun things you get to do as mayor. The last few weeks I've been visiting the elementary schools to give awards for the winners in the What I Love About Tullahoma, or What I Like About Tullahoma competition. That's a lot of fun. I would kneel down so that, when you're 6'3", next to the kindergartner, the photo doesn't work so great, so I would kneel down, and without fail, they would kneel down with me, which was just always a lot of fun. My favorite entry of all the entries was at Bel Air from one of the kindergarten students, where a young man's essay consisted of the words, "I love worms," and that was his entire essay on why he liked Tullahoma. So apparently we have a healthy worm population in Tullahoma, and that's good to know if you're a fisherman, which I was when I was his age too. So thanks to the Mayor's Youth Council for judging all those entries and for all the teachers for organizing all that, and that was a lot of fun. And I got cookies from one student, so that's a bonus as well. Then last week, there's an event called JV BizTown that I don't know if all the elementary schools do it. I know Bel Air does. And it's an opportunity for young people in fourth grade, maybe fifth, but to learn about entrepreneurship. And so there's a mini city set up in a building in Nashville where they go, they'll go pretty soon, and they spend the whole day. And there's banks and a radio station and a toy store and a restaurant, and so everybody gets assigned a job, and they have to do their business all day long and keep track of their money and how much they spend and receive. And so it's a really great event. I went twice with my kids. Well, they did mock job interviews at the elementary school this last week, and so a number of us were over there. They were exceptionally well prepared. I was amazed. They gave us a little checklist. Did they make eye contact? Did they shake your hand and announce their name? Did they thank you for the interview? And without almost exception, everyone did all of those things. So that was really great. And kudos to the staff at Bel Air for preparing for that. And then finally, just before this meeting, we were downstairs with the Compassus hospice organization honoring their volunteers. So it's a volunteer week for hospice volunteers. There's a strong society here engaged in that, and if your family's had to use that service like mine has, you'll appreciate just how important that is. And so thank the volunteers for those organizations when you see them. With that, report from the city administrator, and Mr. Pearson sitting in for tonight. So.
Thank you, Mayor. At the present time, I have no report. This was, with Jason being under the weather, I'm just filling in to try to make the meeting go along.
Appreciate that.
But I appreciate it.
So now we have a vote on the consent agenda. I'm sorry. Oh, what? Oh, I'm sorry, the regular. I do it every time. I should have been. Actually, don't even see it on here. Right there. I did it before the reports again. I always do that. So, yeah, we need a motion for approval of the agenda. And a second. Thank you. Yeah, it wouldn't have helped me out to go over the So, I have a motion and a second to approve the agenda. Is there any discussion? If not, let's vote. Motion carries 7-0. So our first agenda item is agenda item number 2544, approve the minutes of the March, that's the consent agenda. I do this every time too. That's the problem of being on two different boards and you have different rules in each board and we always vote on that individually. Unfinished business, we have no other unfinished business. That brings us to new business. So item 3, ordinance number 1646, an ordinance to amend the zoning map of the city of Tullahoma, Tennessee as set forth in the Tullahoma Municipal Code to rezone a parcel located at 116 East Warren Street from restricted industrial and warehousing to neighborhood commercial C3 zoning district for the passage on the first of 2 readings. I thought that was part of the regular, okay, I'm sorry. Consent agenda. I'm just out of sorts tonight. So I have a motion second on the consent agenda. Let's vote, unless anybody wants to pull anything off of that. Bush, you're still showing not voted.
Showed yes. Thank you.
Sorry. All right, that passes 7-0. So on now to ordinance 1646, this motion to rezone 116 East Warren from I-1 to C3. So the motion, we have a second. Any report from staff on this one? I thought I saw him back
Sam.
there. Is Sam back here? Sam,
Yeah.
you got anything to report on this rezone? It went through planning commission without incident, so, all right. If there's no discussion, we'll vote. Seven yes. And then similar, item number 4, ordinance number 1647, ordinance to amend the zoning map of the city of Tullahoma as set forth in the Tullahoma Municipal Code to rezone a parcel located at 1002 Southwest Atlantic Street from commercial C2 to neighborhood commercial C3 zoning district. So a motion on that and a second. Anything to add on this one? All right. Any questions? No, let's vote. Kurt, you're not showing this vote. Sorry.
I was reading the next item.
So that's 7 yes, and that was for the first of 2 readings. Item 5, agenda item 25-45, a request from Parks and Rec Department to approve the purchase and uplifting of basketball goals from Omnia Partners, contract price of $50,132.20 from BSN Sports, and authorize mayor to sign the required documents. We probably ought to have a little report on this one. So.
Yes, I'd like to have JP to come up.
So this will replace the 2 existing basketball goals in D.W. Wilson Gym. They're 50 years old. One end does raise up, but it's manual. And during the Sports Council banquet, the mechanism that raises it, it does not raise anymore. The other end is stationary, and part of my job is I manage a bunch of user groups. Pickleball, they hate the basketball goals. They need them raised up into the ceiling. Junior NBA, they need them to come down to 8 feet. So the new basketball goals would be, they would stay at 10 feet most of the time, but they would be lowered to 8 feet for times when we have junior NBA practice or an AAU tournament. There's different uses of the gym. This would also add 2 additional goals, 1 on each side, so that we could run another practice sideways if we had to, just to have multiple opportunities for basketball. I don't think there's any sense in building a 3rd gym in the future. We don't have money. This would go a long way to kind of easing up the 230 participants in junior NBA. And I don't really know how many pickleball people we have, but I know that highly sought after center court would get some rest if we could get the goals out of their way.
What's our funding line this is coming out of?
This is in the Parks and Recreation Reserve account. I actually submitted this along with the HVAC in a capital improvement project last year. We didn't really get around to numbering our capital improvements, but Sue had the money in our Parks and Recreation Reserve account for the HVAC and for the upfitting of these goals.
Okay. Any other questions?
Yeah, I had you kind of asked my
Okay.
question. I guess the other question is, Sue, what kind of balance is in that fund now after this? Because we've still got, what, 2 more months or whatever?
This is a building repair reserve account separate from the operations. What's in there is basically what JP said, he'll be bringing you capital plans to look at for next year too, and then they'll be prioritized based on what we have funds for. So this is already in the building reserve separately from the operations.
So that money is there. Okay.
Any other questions?
Yeah, I just wanted you to clarify. I think I understood what you're saying is the goals that have been there since 1975 were, one of them was stationary and one of them was retractable. So this one will add 2 additional goals besides those, and all 4 will be retractable.
And also, it will lower the 4 at CD Stamps. It will make them adjustable to 8 feet. So we will have 6 goals at CD Stamps and 4 goals at D.W. Wilson that lower to 8 feet.
All of them will be adjustable, and all 4 at D.W. Wilson will be retractable.
And all 4 will be able to be moved. The side goals will go sideways. The end goals will go up into the ceiling. If you remember, those goals were moved in 2008. We took the bleachers out and we rehung those 50-year-old goals. At that time, I think the replacement was considerably lower, but I think we've reached the end of their life right now.
Oh yeah, it was always kind of scary when we would raise that thing up and it would make all kinds of noises.
Just a simple cable.
Oh yeah, it didn't sound good after 50 years.
Any other questions or comments? If not, let's vote. Seven yes. And then item 6 on the agenda, item 25-46, a request from the Parks and Recreation Department to approve the vinyl radio agreement, opening musical performance for the Independence Day celebration, and authorize mayor to execute the agreement. Comments on this one?
This is just a generalized, this is the city's, this isn't really Parks and Recreation. Parks and Recreation puts it on, but this is something we appropriate each year, and this $3,000 that it was, $3,500, is to have that music here again this year for our 4th of July celebration.
All right.
Got a question on that. It was $3,500 for 2 hours. That's what it showed, I think, in the contract. My question is this. Unfortunately, I have viewed the fireworks, but it's been from afar. So I'm not sure exactly, is there any more than just music associated with that, or?
I'll let JP answer that. He's a little familiar with it. I'm usually on the backside too.
I'm looking at it from my brother's parking lot. If he doesn't sell it, I'll do the same thing this year.
So this is a city event. It is run through the Parks Department. So the city has their 4th of July celebration. There are 4 large components. The stage is about $14,000 or $15,000 staging, lighting, sound for the acts. The opening act is $3,500. The headline act, 6-wire, is $7,500. So the fireworks themselves are the most expensive thing. I wish I had gotten into fireworks, but they're about $28,000 for the show. So total, the event is about $65,000 to $70,000. We do get sponsors, but there are 4 agreements that you will see. You've already seen the pyro shows. You've seen this one, which is vinyl radio. There'll be 6-wire, and there'll be Myers Concert Productions.
Okay. I was just curious as to what you get for $3,500 for 2 hours.
It's a 90-minute performance. It's a 4-person band.
So
6-wire has more than that. We have used them every year that we've had this 4th of July event. Some people want me to change it. I do know what I'm getting with them. It is hard to please everyone. You have to kind of entertain everyone from 8 to 80. They are vinyl radio. They sing classic hits. And then 6-wire, they sometimes have done some crossover. I ask that they not play the same songs. But musical acts are kind of hard to predict, and when you have a good one, you kind of want to keep using them.
Any other questions?
Especially 6-wire. I mean, we're very lucky we could get 6-wire for the price that we pay for them. They're a nationally known group.
quite excellent. All right, no other questions, let's vote. That's approved 7-0. The new business, and there's no other new business, so we'll adjourn the regular city meeting and move into our beer board meeting. Unfinished business. Do we have other? No, we don't have any other unfinished business. So for the consent agenda, we need to approve the minutes from the last meeting, item 25-BB07. Do we have a motion to approve the minutes? Okay, that's not showing the same way here, so. Any discussion on that? If not, let's vote.
It's consent, we vote on consent agenda?
Yeah, it's just the approval of the minutes. Yeah. So that's 7 yes. New business, item 25-BB08, request to approve special event beer permit and waive fees for the nonprofit GFWC Centennial Women's Club Live on the Lawn charity fundraiser, Friday, May 23rd at 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. at South Jackson Performing Arts Center, 404 South Jackson Street. Ms. Colleen Sanders, GFWC member and South Jackson Performing Arts Center president, will oversee the beer sales. And is she here? I'm sorry, yeah, there you are. I thought I saw you back here somewhere. So anybody have any questions for Ms. Saunders? If not, we'll vote. Seven yes. Thank you. So that adjourns the beer meeting. So we will move in now into our study session for our community agencies, and we're going to start, I'm sorry, FY 22, yeah, so we've got a whole packet here on this for our board members, and we're going to start here with the groups that are funded out of hotel motel tax funded agencies. Did you have something for you first? Okay, yeah, so yeah, we don't have camera coverage during our study session, so.